There is a difference between a simple life and a simple life. A few days ago, I was having lunch in a Chinese restaurant. Near us, there was a family, a nice little family with father, two children, and I guess grandmother. And they were so close that I was able to hear what they were talking about. And especially the oldest daughter was very smart. She was around 12 and she was asking questions about many things. She was curious which is the richest European country and which country is richest overall in the world. And grandmother was trying to answer like I would try to answer. You know some stuff and some stuff you don't, but more or less you can guess what is what. The father, on the other hand, every time said, wait, I'll ask ChatGPT. So at one point I realized I was observing simple life, but I was observing not two aspects of a simple life, but two different meanings of simple life. One meaning could be perhaps defined as having a family, but you don't necessarily need a family. All you really want and all you are really doing is taking care of yourself and the people around you. Usually, that is the family. You want to be able to dedicate as much of your time as possible to these simple things, simple relations. You are mm, you could not be bothered by politics and philosophy. Life is too short for that. And people around you are too important. And this simple life, if you can live this simple life, that's precious because people around you are one of the most important things in your life. If not, they are the most important thing in your life, though there are other things that are important too. This aspect of simple life, that's why we are alive for. We don't usually come to this world because we want to, I don't know, be involved in the politics or we want to make a career. Maybe somebody does that, but my feeling is that when born, we are born because we want to live our life with people around us. And this is usually our family or our friends. So there is nothing bad about living a simple life in this manner because this in reality is what everybody should do because you can get the most out of your life if you live such a simple life. And this positive meaning of simple life, I saw it in this family. I saw this family sitting around the table, talking to each other, bonding, laughing. And I was glad that I was able to observe this. But then there is another meaning for simple life. And I would like to start with the story. When I was 20 years old, I was working on a ship for a little more than 8 months. I was young. I did not have any serious obligations at home. I was on this ship. We we were getting one third of the payment on the ship and two-thirds in a bank. That one third was enough for everything we needed. And basically, what we needed were beer and cigarettes and maybe something else since if somebody wanted it. But on that ship, we had everything. We had clothes, we had food, we had a place to sleep. Everything was provided for us. In that 8 months, I did not have to sign anything. I did not get any bills, everything, but really everything was provided for us as long as we did that basic work that we were hired for. And this was a simple life. You did not have to decide anything major. The most important thing you had to decide was what you will have for breakfast, because you had a few choices. But then, when time went on, I started to realize that this was comfortable. But if that would be my life, I guess this kind of comfort would be normal, but I would miss other things. I would miss driving a car, for example, or more important things, a wife. Most of other people on the ship had wives, but they saw their wives once a year for 2 or 3 months. And the same what was with their children. I didn't want to have a child that I would see when the child would be 1 year old, and then 2 year old, and then 3 year old. I started to realize that I would miss the most important things in life, and that the fact that I would be comfortable on that ship did not weigh out the fact that I would miss the most important, the most exciting things of life. And I'm afraid that this is the way of life most people want to have. Being as comfortable as possible, not having to deal with any decisions, any thinking, any anything that it's not strictly needed. People that are comfortable with their parents making decisions for them. Nowadays, still they are 40 or 50 maybe. And then they want their teachers, their bosses, the politicians, everyone who is prepared to make decisions for them will come handy as long as they don't have to. think and as long as they don't have to make decisions. If you remember, I said that I realized that the comfortable life would take away the most important, the most exciting things in my life. But these people don't realize that their comfortable life is taking away many aspects of their life, and most importantly, is taking away life of their children. Because this world is, or better, this society is been taken to a place that will be devastating for their children. It is steered not by simple life people, because that involves making decisions. It is steered by other people, but is driven by people who want to have simple life. They're the propulsion, because they just want to do what they are told, all in favor of not having to make any decision whatsoever, any thinking whatsoever. And this meaning of simple life, I saw it in the father. Because for every question that the daughter asked, the father went, wait, I'll ask ChatGPT. ChatGPT is AI, isn't it? Well, AI is it's artificial intelligence, though it's not intelligent. It's just a computer algorithm. And when ChatGPT came out, I said, it's sad. Because first, we had Google and other search engines that were giving us search results, so answers to our question, and they were able to show on the first page, those first few results, anything they wanted. So you had a few simple choices that were all possibly moderated by Google or Microsoft or whoever owned the search engine. You never went to a page 30 of the results. Nobody ever goes to the page 2. But still you have few choices. Now, people that mindlessly ask always just chat GPT for the answer, they receive one answer. And they don't doubt that one answer, because it's artificial intelligence. That intelligence is there for a reason. Because even though we don't like smart people, we still believe in people that are smart. That's why on TV they bring experts. And that's why you have a smartphone. Smartphone, it's not smart. These gadgets, these applications, and these people were giving these names because they know that people who don't want to think for themselves will always be prepared to listen to, to an intelligent, smart expert. And if today things are innocent enough, ChatGPT told them which was the richest country. That's innocent enough, isn't it? But that child, when that child will grow old, that child will rely on artificial intelligence for everything. Everything. Her father had his parents, his teachers, his bosses, and his politicians to tell him what to do. His daughter will have artificial intelligence to tell her what to do. And everyone will have the same one. And again, it would be one thing if artificial intelligence would be intelligent, but it's not. In computer world, we say garbage in, garbage out. That artificial intelligence is presented by some data, and who decides which data this is. So when someone says, I just want a simple life, what simple life is he talking about? Because if he's saying, I just want to live my life with my family, my friends, and I don't want to save the world, that's great. That's one of the best ways you can live your life. But if he's saying, I don't want to think, I don't want to make decisions, that's why I'm prepared to do anything they are telling me to do, I guess that's fine too, because everyone chooses their own life and we have no saying about it. But when the same person says, then, you know, this world is going straight to hell, shut up, shut up. So, my friend, if you are having a simple life, the first meaning or not, whatever life you have, spice it up with some critical thinking and with some decision making. It sounds hard, but it makes the life worth living. If your ego is telling you that it is pointless to like, comment, and share my video with your friends, don't always listen to your ego. Listen to your heart, my friend.